Joseph Scriven was born in 1819 in Ireland, and he was born into a Brethren family, grew up as a believer, and across his life he experienced his fair share of trials and sorrows. As a young man, he fell in love with a young woman and they were engaged to be married. The day before their wedding day, his fiancée actually came off her horse as she was crossing a bridge, and she fell off the bridge into a swollen river and was actually drowned in that river. And Joseph saw this, he witnessed it, there was nothing he could do in the moment, and because of this situation, naturally, he was just overcome with sorrow and heartache, and he found it really hard to get over that, and he ended up actually leaving Ireland, and he headed to Canada to start a new life. Well, there he met a young lady, Elijah Roche, and they fell in love, and so they got engaged to be married. But again, tragedy struck when Eliza was diagnosed with, or came down with pneumonia, and she didn't recover from that. She passed away as well. And Joseph never got married again. He lived the rest of his life very simply. There's accounts of his life as having helped the widows, the orphans, people who were sick. He gave away what he had, incredibly generous, shared his clothes, often would work for nothing for people just to help them in their time of need. On one occasion, Joseph became ill, and a friend who was visiting Joseph in this particular state discovered a poem that was sitting near his bed, and he asked Joseph, who wrote this poem? And Joseph's reply was that the Lord and I did it between us. He'd written this poem, and he thought the poem would perhaps bring some spiritual comfort to his mother, who still lived back in Ireland. He hadn't seen for many years, and he planned to send this poem back to her. And he had not intended for anyone else to ever see this poem. The words are very simple. The application of it is very basic, but the truth is profound. And I want to read to you the words of this poem. You may recognize the words. This is what it said. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear, all because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Have we trials and temptations? Is there trouble anywhere? We should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful who will all our sorrow share? Jesus knows our every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer.